everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I put together some really adorable Dollar Tree fall DIYs, super easy but really pretty. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So you're going to need some fabric. I purchased this from Dollar Tree. It's so pretty. This happy fall little tag that I got from, I don't know if it was Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree. 3 little frames, they're 3.5 by 5, and I'm going to use this as a pumpkin stem. You can use any frame of your choice. Now these have these little metal tags. I'm going to use the Dollar Tree little screwdriver set and just remove them. So I'm going to remove the backing on all 3 frames. I'm going to remove the glass because I'm not going to be using the glass. So I'm going to take the back end of the frame, place it on the fabric, and then trace it. So I decided to paint this with the olive green color, but then while I was looking at it, I didn't like it, so I went ahead and changed it to brown. So this is what it looks like with the brown paint. Now I'm going to take that fabric and I'm going to take the backing, place it on top of the fabric, and just use a pen to make my marks and then cut it on all 3 of them. I'm going to use the spray adhesive that I got from Dollar Tree to place down the fabric. Now I'm just going to trim off the excess fabric. Now I'm going to put everything back together. This comes out really cute. If you didn't know, we're making a pumpkin frame. You can use any type of fabric. This is what I decided to use. Now I'm going to hot glue the 2 together, and then the 3rd one I'm going to place right on top with some glue. I'm going to take that wood stem and just hot glue it to the top because we're trying to make a pumpkin. I think this comes out really pretty. I'm going to use some raffia and a Dollar Tree little piece of ribbon and just cut 2 pieces. I'm going to place them together along with the raffia, and then I'm going to tie them together with a zip tie. Now I'm just going to hot glue it to the top of the frame. For an added touch, I'm going to take a Dollar Tree button and hot glue it to the middle of the bow. So I went ahead and painted that happy fall sign white. Just going to glue that right to the middle of the frames. And that is it. And look how super cute this came out. It's so pretty. All right, for this one, I grabbed this from Dollar Tree. It's a little wood thankful sign. And I'm going to be using some raffia. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and some ribbon from Dollar Tree. These little wood curl rows and some fabric. Go ahead and remove all the decals in front. So I'm going to start off by painting it with some orange and a little bit of brown mixed together. I'm going to paint the stem brown, but I do add a little bit of black to it. I have a little black with some water, and I'm going to add the black down at the bottom, in the middle, trying to make a shape like a pumpkin. So now I'm just adding a little black around the edges and in the middle. I'm going to add a little bit of the orange to blend it a little bit better. Now I'm going to rip a bunch of fabric in strips. So to hold the strips together, I'm just going to use some jute twine, tie it off, and then hot glue it to the top of the pumpkin. So I added a lot more ribbon and strips and just hot glued everything to the top. Now I'm going to grab this ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to place it at the top. Now I'm going to use some raffia. Take a piece of raffia, tie it together. I'm going to place it underneath the ribbons, or the bow actually. So now I'm going to use a piece of drop cloth. I'm just going to cut a little square piece because I want to make a little tag. And then I'm going to write out with my marker, Fall Vibes. I'm also going to use the black marker and make some marks around the edges. I'm going to frill the ends on the drop cloth. So I'm going to use the raffia again. I'm just going to make a little bow and place it right on top. I'm going to take those little wood curl roses and I'm going to place one in the corner and then place down the little fall vibe right underneath. So if you know me, I like to change things. So I decided to use this little goldish yellow ribbon and made a little bow. So now I'm removing everything, placing down the little bow first. And then I'm going to hot glue back that little wood rose and the fall vibe. Basically, after I looked at everything, I kind of like fixed it again off camera and placed everything down mostly towards the left. But that's basically it. I think this came out very pretty. Dollar Tree came out with some really pretty fabric, and I picked up two, just showing you. I'm only going to use this one, but this one is pretty as well. We're going to redo this little fall decor. So in order to get to both the pumpkins, I need to remove the top piece, which was kind of hard. This is the piece that was in between both pumpkins. Now I'm going to take that fabric and I'm just going to trace out that little pumpkin because we're going to apply the fabric on top. I'm just going to trace out that pumpkin with my pen and then cut it out. Now to place down the fabric, I'm just going to use some Mod Podge. I didn't cover the stem with the fabric because I'm going to paint that brown. Now this is really easy to do. You could take anything from Dollar Tree and just put your own spin on it, your own touches, and be creative. And I like it better this way. It looks more fall to me. I mean, Dollar Tree stuff is kind of cute, but it doesn't fit my decor. I'm going to use the antique wax and cover that pumpkin stem. I also added a little antique wax around the outside of the pumpkin. So my original thought was to go ahead and paint this brown, but the letters and the writing underneath still came through, so I ended up using some craft paper. So you can see the words, and I decided to use this craft paper and place it right over the top. So I'm just going to flip it over and just trace it. So I couldn't use the back of the pumpkin because you could see that little piece that damaged the pumpkin. So I had to use the front. So that's why I used the craft paper. Now this craft paper is very pretty. I got this from Hobby Lobby. So now I'm just placing down some Mod Podge and then I'm going to place the craft paper right over the top. So I made a little bow out of some raffia. I'm just going to place it right at the top of the pumpkin. Now I'm going to add a little tiny piece of green piece of ribbon and just place it on the little pumpkin. I didn't like it after I looked at it, and you know me, I like to change things. So I just made a little tiny bow out of Dollar Tree ribbon. I made a little bow out of jute twine. You can see it's kind of dark, and that's the reason why I didn't like it. Now I'm going to place back that little spacer that came with the original piece. Hot glue it so this way I can place the little pumpkin right on top. I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree chalkboard little sign. I'm just going to hot glue it to the larger pumpkin. I'm going to be using this little grateful piece that I don't even know if I got it at Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree. I've had it in my stash. So I'm just going to hot glue it right on top of that chalkboard piece. And that is it. It was super quick and easy to make, and it came out really cute. All right, we're going to take a fishbowl from Dollar Tree and some nautical rope and some fairy lights and a few leaves. I have some from Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. I'm going to use this for the stem for the pumpkin. This one is so easy, but it comes out so pretty. I'm going to flip over that little fish jar. I'm going to start placing some of the nautical rope on top with some glue and wrap it around. I believe I used 6 strips of the nautical rope. Now this is a thicker rope, and I was having a hard time cutting it. I wanted to cut off that little part that has tape wrapped around it. Now all I'm going to do is start off by placing a piece of the rope on top with some glue. I'm going to wrap it underneath all the way around and then glue the other side. Before I glue down the other end, I'm just going to go ahead and cut that with my scissors. So this way it makes it easier for me when I place it down with some glue. I was having a hard time cutting this rope. I used 2 different scissors. It's really thick, and if you don't have really good scissors, it's really hard to cut through. So I'm going to go ahead and place down another piece of that rope on the other side. Like I said, I believe I used 8 pieces of the rope. I thought it was 6, but it's 8. I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece and glue the other end as well. And I'm going to do the rest off camera. Now I'm going to take that wood stem and place it right on top. That's going to be like the pumpkin stem. And I believe I got this from Dollar Tree. Now the leaves that I have are from Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. So I'm going to use some jute twine and cover that wood stem at the top. Just going to wrap it and glue it. I think it looks cute this way. Now I'm going to take those leaves and I'm going to paint them because I don't have any natural color leaves. I mean, you can grab them at Dollar Tree, but I didn't have any on hand. So I'm just going to use some like a territorial beige. I think it's a warm beige and a little bit of green and a darker brown. Now the leaves are dry. I'm just going to place them right on top with some hot glue. Now you can see the ropes. I didn't have enough ropes on here, and I realized it afterwards, and I added another one. Like I said, you need 8 pieces to make it look balanced. I'm going to be using some wired jute. Got this from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to take a pencil, wrap it around to make those little tiny spring-like little pieces, and then glue them on top of the pumpkin. Now I'm going to flip it over and place those fairy lights inside with the battery pack on the outside of it. You can just hide it behind it. And I think this came out perfect for fall. And I'll turn the lights on, and this is how it looks. It's so pretty. This one we're going to take a Dollar Tree little pumpkin and we're going to use some craft paper. I'm not going to use the stand. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the jute from the top and I'm going to start painting the pumpkin. I'm going to be using the white chalk paint. I'm just going to paint in between those little slots. I hope you guys are enjoying this video today, and if you are and you have a favorite, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your favorites. Now I'm going to start applying the craft paper. I'm going to start off in the middle. Now this craft paper I got from Hobby Lobby. All I'm going to do is place the craft paper on top of the pumpkin, place my fingers around the edges to create some creases, and then I'm going to cut each piece out. Place down the craft paper. I'm just going to use some Mod Podge. Now, the reason why I went with 3 different types of craft paper is because I wanted to be unique and different. I did one last year with the same craft paper style, and I wanted something different, and I love the end results. So pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and place down this craft paper on the left-hand side of the pumpkin, do the same process. Go ahead and place down both sides the craft paper. Now the craft paper, like I said, I got from Hobby Lobby, but for a couple years now, they've had the same fall craft paper and Halloween craft paper. I don't know about your Hobby Lobby stores, but mine seems to not get anything new. So I'm just going to use what I have, and like I said, I think this comes out really pretty. So I'm going to use some jute for the pumpkin stem. Just going to go ahead and wrap it and glue it down. Now I painted the stem and I didn't like it, so like I said, I'm going to use the jute. I think it looks better that way. I cannot believe it's August already. I was like, where did the summer go? It just flew by, and before you know it, we're going to be into Christmas and all the holidays. I love the holidays, not so much the weather, but it has cooled down a lot. It's like in the 70s now because it was like so hot, like 95. It was almost 100. It was so muggy and hot. And it's been a relief now because, like I said, it's cooling down, which is nice. I like fall. Okay, so now I'm going to take this burlap piece of ribbon and I just made a little bow out of it and some orange ribbon from Dollar Tree. I'm going to combine those two together. I'm going to place it at the top of the pumpkin. So I'm going to ducktail the ends on both the bows. So before I place it at the top, I'm going to grab some raffia and I'm going to place the raffia around the stem at the top and just tie it. And then I'm going to place the bow right over the top. To tie the two bows together, I'm just going to take a little piece of the raffia and tie it in the middle. And then I'm going to place it right at the top of the pumpkin between the raffia. Now I'm going to make a quick raffia bow and place it right at the top. Now for the stand, I'm going to use this little piece of wood that I got from Dollar Tree. Just cut it, and it's been previously painted white. Just going to place a jingle block on top, so this way it holds the pumpkin in place. I wanted to make a tag, and I have this little stamp from Target Dollar Spot. I got it a few years ago and never used it. It's got a little pumpkin on it. And these little tags, wood tags that I got from Hobby Lobby, all I'm going to do is stamp it and place it on that tag. So the pumpkin was just a little bit too big for the tag, but it's okay. It still looks cute. So for the outside of the tag, I used my black marker just to create like a black border. So now I'm just going to hot glue that right underneath the bow at the top, and that is it. And this came out so pretty. I love this one. Gotta let me know if you like this one, guys. And this is how it turned out. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Till next time, guys, take care. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.